Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Obelix here, and today I want to talk to you about the Jorg Gray 8300 or 8300. And this is the presentation. Very nice. Leather, or a reasonable approximation, nice and soft all the way around. Nice contrasting stitching. And let's pop the lid. Magnetized lid, a little magnet right there, holds it tight. Very nice. And there is the 8300. Now this is actually model 8300-14. It does come in several other colorations and some with chronograph and things of that nature. Pop this guy out and you get a Jorg Gray tag and a metal tag as well. You got the metal tag here with 8300 on it. Hold it your way. And Jorg Gray on this side. And then just a standard little placard for retail sales. I'll move this out of the way and pop this guy off of the pillow, which is not a soft pillow by any means. But we'll get that out of the way. So there you go, the 8300. You can see it's a pretty standard hour, minute, second hand with a date complication over at the 3 o'clock. It does show the leading and trailing date, which I really do like. Nice little detail on the second hand, if you can see it. It's got the Jorg Gray logo there at the tip of the second hand, which is a nice little touch, and a little red flare at the tip of the second hand. I like these sword point, spear point, I don't know what the actual word for it is, on the hour and minute hand. Very nice. Decent loom on this guy. We'll pop a loom shot in for you. You can see up here they've added some additional screws for details on both sides. And you can see it's a combination of brushed and polished stainless steel. And that goes all the way around. Got a little black in the bezel right around here. If the camera will stay focused for me. And you can see up here at the 12, we've got a little different a pattern. So it's a sandwiched display, or sandwiched face, so there's multiple layers, right? At this very top layer is this really light blue right at the 12, and that goes in the ring all the way around. And then you've got the layer with the applied indices for the the hours, as well as the numerals, the 6 and the 12. Then you've got this kind of center section here, which is, I don't know how to describe it. It's a little bit roughed up. I'll put a picture in that shows it a little bit better. But it's kind of a flat color blue, really nice. And then you've got this almost honeycomb pattern around here, around the edges, like where these indices are. Very nice. You've got this outer ring here that you can see markings on it, a 30 down here at the bottom, and then you've got zeros all the way around, a 45 there. This red triangle at the top, and then you see the marked indices over here on the side. So it is a dive watch, and you rotate it with this, it is an embedded crown, and you will rotate it with this knob, this top knob here. Now this is not screwed in. It is a screwed in crown, but not a screwed in bezel adjustment. And I will tell you, this bezel adjustment is super tight. It's really hard to turn. I'm assuming that's for the waterproofing, given that it does have a screwed down crown. But they didn't screw this guy down. I imagine they just added extra waterproofing that makes it really tight to turn. So it is quartz, but it does have, again, the screw-down crown, and it is a 2-position crown once you pull it out. Of course, you have the date complication, and you pull it out to the second notch, and you get the hour, minute. And it's very smooth to move. So, yeah, not hard to move at all. And again, you have a quick set date, which is really nice. Let me get this guy screwed back down. Now, they did do one of the things I really don't like, and they integrated the strap. It is a silicone rubber strap, and they integrated it into the watch so it is not changeable. You can see the pieces down here where you would change it, but you see how narrow those are? You're not going to find another band for it. It's pretty much all or nothing on this one. It does come in different colors. You can get it in black or red, depending on the watch that you get. Obviously, the blue face is going to come with the blue silicone rubber. You do get a both polished and stainless buckle that is branded. This is continues with stainless steel, very nice. You get a double keeper. Both are loose. It is sapphire crystal on the display. It's modestly thick, not super thick, but enough to get the job done. I'm not worried about it cracking on us. And it should be fairly scratch resistant, being sapphire. Now it is, you'll see, because it is an integrated silicone band, you can see that it has this kind of draped down look, like a lot of we see on the Vostok Europes a lot of times. It allows for a larger watch to feel smaller, and it is a bigger watch. We'll measure it here in a second. But it will feel a little bit smaller than it actually is. So you can see the branding and markings on the back. Nothing fancy, no pictographs or anything of that nature. It's just standard text, blah blah blah. They are serialized, and it is a screw-down back due to the kind of odd shape of the watch here. So let's put this guy on the scale. Pull out our trusty scale. What do you think of the green on the background? I changed it up a little bit. Wanted to try something a little different, something a little darker. You guys let me know in the down below what y'all think of that. So we'll pop that on, and we're looking at 4.5. So no lightweight, but he's not a super chunky monkey either. But he is a little heavier than most. And we'll pop the calipers on him. And to get the short edge, we're going to have to go across here. And we're looking at a 47. Which is exactly what Jorg Gray says it is on their site, so there you go. And across the crown, you're looking at a 50. And not that we can get to the lugs, because there really isn't such a thing, but ballpark, we're looking at about a 52. So thickness, it's actually pretty thin. So we definitely want to meter that. And you're looking at a 12 and a half, basically. So pretty thin guy. Now let's pop this guy on the wrist. Watch check for today. I am wearing an absolutely amazing Spinnaker Bradner. These just got released, and let me tell you, this thing is baller. Love it. We'll be reviewing it soon, but you can guess it's going to get a favorable review unless something changes between now and then, because, yeah, it's just flat out awesome. Consequently, much like the Jorg Gray, has the integrated bezel as well. It's the second dial to turn the bezel. Now this guy has a deeper water rating than the Jorg Gray. The Jorg Gray is rated to 100 meters. The Spinnaker Bradner is rated to 150 meters. So you would think that they would need more waterproofing on this crown that rotates the internal bezel. Also has a screw-down crown, just like the Jorg Gray. But this internal bezel, no. Turns like butter. So easy. So easy. Love it. Yeah. Awesome watch. So, let's see this guy on the wrist. pop it on your way. You can see it is a fairly large piece, all 47 millimeters of it. It is a wrist filler. Now if we go the other way, pop this guy on and I'll actually buckle him down for you. They did also brand the end of the silicone strap as well. And there you go, strapped on all the way. Again, a wrist filler for sure. It's fairly comfortable when it gets on. I don't like the way the silicone feels, to be honest with you. It's not uncomfortable. It's not going to bug you throughout the day. It just it picks up every little piece of every little thing. It's like almost sticky to the touch, even though, I mean, it's not sticky. It just it has that feeling like it could be. And I mean to tell you, every little single piece of lint that you even pass around is going to be magnetized to this thing. At the end of the day, it looks like one of those lint rollers you rolled down your shirt to get all the crud off of there before you went to work. Not loving that. So I would love to switch this strap out with something else, but unfortunately, they've made it so you can't. So you're stuck with the sticky silicone lint trap of doom. Another major problem with this guy, I want to point out to you guys. I'm going to line the little red triangle up here right on the 12. Spot on, dead center. Now, I'm going to probably post in some pictures here so you can see this better. But I'm going to kind of keep holding it here too, because I don't know if I'm going to use the video or the pictures. We'll see which one comes out best. But if you look down here at the 6 o'clock, you will see there's a 30 marking and it's not lined up. Yeah, the 45, not lined up. Nope. Where it's gray right here and it comes down into the 15, guess what? Nope, not lined up either. So irritating. Now if I line up the 30, let me twist this incredibly hard thing to twist. There we go. You will see now the 12 is no longer lined up. And I'm sorry, but that's unacceptable. Especially at this price point. And we haven't talked about this price point yet, but at this price point, mistakes like that simple quality control mistakes are unacceptable, Jorg Gray. You guys know better. You guys just didn't do it, and that's irritating to us customers. Let me tell you straight off the bat, that is irritating to us customers when you don't pay attention to simple quality control issues like this. That's an easy fix. Which is a shame, because otherwise it's a pretty nice watch. I mean, the fact that this is stupid tight, that's an issue. But I can get over that because you're not going to use this bezel all the time. But the brushwork on the stainless steel, like right here, is really nice. The polish around here is really, really nice. I will say there are a few dents and dings in it, like there's one here on this crown. There's a little bit of a mar on, I think it's right there, yep, that you'll see in the photos that I'll post up. Now, I can't say for sure if it came from the factory like that, because I did buy this guy used off the Watch Gang Exchange. So it's possible that the person who had it before me, even though he said he didn't wear it, that he never wore it, he won it off the wheel, put it away. But even though he said that, I can't trust 100%, so I'm not going to blame Jorg Gray for that. But definitely he's not lining up. That's 100% on you, Jorg Gray, and that's bad, Jorg Gray. Bad, bad, bad. Shame on you. Now, talking about price. This guy does have Swiss movement. It's running a Ronda, and it is marked down here at the 6 o'clock. Again, it doesn't say Swiss made because it wasn't made in Switzerland. It just uses a movement from Switzerland, so you get Swiss movement instead of Swiss made. If you actually see the word Swiss made, the watch was physically made in Switzerland. This guy retails for $495. Dang near 500 Benjis. At 500 Benjis, you better line up your dadgum numbers. That's all there is to it. Especially with the horological heritage of Jorg Gray. Now, they're not a super old company or anything, but the Secret Service picked Jorg Gray for the watch they gave to the President of the United States. Not an 8300 like this guy, it was a different model. But yeah, when Barack Obama was the President of the United States, the Secret Service, the agency in charge of protecting him, gave him as a gift a Jorg Gray watch. Now, love him, hate him, I don't care, we're not getting into that on this channel. But he is the President, at the time, was the President of the United States. The Secret Service chose a Jorg Gray to give to him. That's a big deal. You better be putting out a good quality watch if you're going to strap it to the wrist of the President of the United States. But to do this and call it good? Man, absolutely unacceptable. I cannot stress that enough. Fortunately, I did not pay 500 Benjis for this bad boy. I got it for 175, and I do think I still overpaid given the flaws that are inherent in this thing. I wish I had noticed them before I bought it, because I darn sure wouldn't have bought it. Very, very disappointing, even at the $175 price point. You know, the stickiness of the silicone, the fact that it can't be changed out for something that's not so sticky and cruddy. I mean, it's a decent feel. I shouldn't knock it as much as I probably am. The tightness on this crown and the absolute lack of quality control on that crown, or on that bezel, is just... And yeah, definitely not a keeper, guys. I'm definitely not going to recommend that you go buy it. Set it aside. Now, maybe that's not indicative of all Jorg Grays. I would absolutely be willing to try another one. They make very pretty looking watches. You look at them in photos and such, they're gorgeous. But if their quality control is anything like it is on this one, out the door. So what would I use this, if I was going to keep it, what would I use this guy for? This is from their sport collection, so they want this to be a sporty watch. It's obviously a diver, though not a professional, because it's only 100 meters water resistant. People do 100 meters all day without a screw-in crown, so I don't know. This watch is a bit of an enigma, but you could definitely do swimming with it. You could, just be out on a casual day. With the sapphire crystal, you could even do things like yard work and stuff with it and be okay. You'd probably end up scratching up the steel more than you would scratch up the crystal. But yeah, I mean, it has decent lume, so you can wear it out on the evenings, whatnot. Not really a dress watch per se. A lot of the other Jorg Grays out there are, but this one definitely isn't. Again, it's more of a sports type watch. So, am I going to put this in the Hall of Fame? Heck no. Would I buy it again? Nope. Don't even want this one. It's going to go on the chopping block as soon as this video is over. So, look for a sale near you. But that's all the time I got for today, talking about the Jorg Gray 8300, specifically 8300-14, which is the blue variant. Sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, as always. And until next time, you guys get out there and make some noise. See ya.